When Tidewater Telecom built Lincoln County's first fiber-to-the-home network in 2011, we knew we were starting a project that would take years to see through. 9 years later, we are proud to have connected more than 2,000 Lincoln County homes to our blazing fast open fiber network. But that hasn't dimmed our vision to connect all of Lincoln County. Learn more about the power of fiber optic internet at tidewater.net.
LCTV is your nonprofit community media station. Please donate at lctv.org to keep us strong. Thank you.
One, two, three, four! Well, I've been rolling in since the clock came Monday morning. From the end of the week, I'm bound to blow. Breeze walking to the honky-tonk like a pack of wolves now. Order up around the shops and it's away we go.
Okay, what's up, everybody? What's up? W-U-Z-Z-U-P. People misspell it. And my friend Sally is here for another week. We're going to try to get a rider sign that, because I'm going to be down in Tampa in a couple weeks, so you'll probably sit there.
Okay.
So we'll find a rider sign for you, Sally. It shouldn't be
Just
too
cover
hard.
one of your names?
Yeah.
Perfect. I like that. Thank you.
Or, that would do the trick. So, anyway, I was saying to Sally at the corned beef and cabbage thing, I saw Darren Carlucci. See, I didn't know he was a guitar player. The guy's a
pretty talented.
talented individual. And I said, Darren, how you doing with the Bristol school thing? And he goes, I'll be glad when it's over. And it is over.
It passed,
so
which is
Bristol
great.
voters passed the school renovation, $6.5 million, a 15-year bond.
Yeah.
Sounds like. And
they have great plans. I mean, that school took in so many more kids during COVID because so many people decided to permanently move to Bristol and not just be there for summers. So they're in such need.
Bristol is a growing community.
Absolutely.
So anyway, and we were talking about this, the 8th graders at Great Salt Bay, they have a World Heritage Day where they basically promote other parts of the world with different subjects, food, books.
My favorite.
Yeah, so anyway, some people were making food from Edinburgh, and so even the Lucky Fortune restaurant got involved here. So anyway, there's a nice picture of Caroline Allen, and so that's
GSB
good.
has just been doing a great job with their marketing and letting everyone know all the great things that they're doing in our community.
Whoever's in charge of publicity at GSB, you're doing a fantastic job.
It's amazing. So I hope they let us know who it is so we can give them a shout out next time.
Right. And the character of the county this week, Sally actually knows him a little better than I do. Charlie Culbertson. He lives in Alna. And was he just resigning selectman? He was a selectman? I think he was.
I knew him about 10 years ago.
Yeah. So I can actually say, Charlie, that you and I would probably get along very well because we have nothing in common whatsoever.
Opposites, right?
Yeah. So anyway, had a bad accident, really bad accident, right there on 129. A guy by the name of Kenneth Chassie, 64 years old. He was fatal accident.
You can really go fast on 129. So.
And then we had a tough situation down there in Booth Bay Harbor. It was sounded like it could have been a cop crime scene. Yeah. And it was a cop crime scene, but kudos to the policemen involved down there. It sounded like a very dangerous situation, and a gentleman was shot. It sounded like 5 times he was shot, and he had to go to the hospital and then life flighted to Maine Med. But
unbelievable.
Anyway, so that was.
I like how they lead our paper with positives. So
yeah,
Yeah,
we tuck the bad stuff off to the side, and actually, it is on the fold.
It is on the fold,
which is even better.
Yeah,
so,
I like it.
Yeah. Anyway, a
lot of votes.
Yeah, and the South Bristol, the South Bristol brouhaha's going on, but they showed strong support for the ambulance service. I know Chester Rice. He was he was in limbo about the ambulance service, about basically his theory, and I hear that a little bit. His logic, the number of calls in South Bristol versus the number of calls, and why they have to pay as much. But I think it's a pool. I think it's a pool that makes things go with that.
Right, and then you just think of the location of South Bristol and how far out some of the places can be. So it can be.
I was at the Nobro Town meeting. It was very well attended.
Oh, good.
And so they breezed right through. The one thing, there was some question with the funding for the library, which the person in question, he said that there was not as many kids, and I'll say this again, as I did about the ambulance. I believe it's a pool situation where all towns kick in
their
and
percentage,
make it one entity, a very strong entity.
Make it financially viable.
And you can't say enough about our library.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You can't. So anyway, that was voted down. So that was the only contentious thing there. What else is going on? Election, got a special election going on for the House District 45, which Mr. Who is it? Collimore, right? No. Who is the one who? Clinton Collimore. But Wendy Pay has stepped up to the plate. She's got experience.
She's a veteran in that. Yep.
She's been in the House before, and she's on a Bremen Selectman forever and ever. So she's going to step up to the plate. So that sounds like a pretty good fit.
Right.
So
having some experience coming into a situation like that.
Okay, you done with?
I think we're in good shape there.
Yeah. We won't talk about the lawsuit of SAD 40.
No. I liked seeing that Michael Feltis is the new owner of Clark's Auto Parts. He's just been such a fixture there for so long.
Yeah, well, he said in the article, he says everybody thinks he owns it.
Right, so he might as well.
Yeah, so
good for him.
That's a good fit. If somebody thinks you own it, it's like when I bartended places, everybody, you own this place? I said, no, I don't own it.
I thought it was just all the hockey pucks behind. That's probably why.
So anyway, the Damascotta Select Board, they're talking about, road work. Road work's an issue everywhere.
It's constant.
It's an issue in Damascotta. It's an issue in Noblesboro.
So, especially this time of year where, the roads have taken such a beating over the winter that you really notice it.
And the other thing is on the docket with them is the aquaculture moratorium, which, I think everybody who's involved with the town, I think we saw this coming. Lord knows the river could only take so much aquaculture. So anyway, that's ongoing. So I didn't know we were expanding our parking lot here.
I know, thank goodness, because when I came in today, there weren't a lot of places to park, were there?
No, so anyway, we're going to have, they're talking about expanding the parking lot. They're also talking about maybe possibility of adding on to this building or creating another little building. So...
Well, the people who are here full time definitely deserve to have a space worthy of the work they do.
Well, the thing is, the kind of work they do, they have to be focused. So there's a lot of distractions here. So if people in and out of the door,
opening the door,
we'll do it.
We both struggled this morning.
So anyway, Maya was able to put a picture in of my. I went to the. I went to see Adam Mazur down in Portland, and Dr. Friedland, who we've got him addicted to Adam Mazur.
Oh, another one.
He brought his whole crew down there, 15 people.
So fun.
And they, a lot of them had never seen him before, and they were standing right in front of the stage, so I know they had a good time. But Maya's going to fix it. It's not May 20th, it's May 28th.
Right, we want everyone there for that to support.
The Damascotta sewer line transfer, can tell you a little bit about that. The easement that's been written, it wasn't written with the fact that the Great Salt Bay Sanitary District was going to take it over. So they need to change the easement, and then we will go ahead with taking it over. So anyway, Scassett's got the community center gym.
Yep.
They had a gentleman there, Robert McDonald. It's going to be called the Robert McDonald Community Gymnasium, and he worked for them forever and ever and ever.
That's awesome. Well deserved.
31 years.
That's amazing.
So 31 years. I wonder why he went that other year. I often wonder about people that work at something for 31. Why do they go the other year?
Maybe during the 30th he had a lot of celebration, so he wanted to stay.
Maybe. No, they told him, if you go one more year, we'll name the gym after you.
Yeah, there you go.
And he said to himself, wait a minute. I think I've already been here 31 years. Maybe he couldn't remember how many years he'd been there.
Again, look at the sculpture workshop. We have so many artists and people in the fine arts in our community. It's unbelievable.
The kindergarten registration at Great Salt Bay is open. How's that looking? More kids? Less kids?
So what I heard is that they actually have a lot of kids, because I know a couple families from Alna who are trying to get in, but of course we need to serve the taxpayers first. So they look to Damerscott and Newcastle and Bremen first, and then if there's room, they will take open enrollment students. So that woman was still, a couple of families were crossing their fingers to be able to get in.
They would go to Wiscasset normally?
It's up to them.
Yeah.
Yep, they have town choice, so they can. And then here we go for pre-kindergarten, the grant, RSU 40. That's an amazing grant. A lot of communities have difficulty accessing that grant, depending what they look like with the EPS, which is a big formula to go through.
Pre-kindergarten it's going to be it'll be a norm eventually.
Well, it's supposed to be mandated, and so people are trying to figure out how they can work that.
Now, Eleanor Winchenbach, she's 101 years old.
That's amazing.
And.
Reads the Portland Press Herald every evening before she goes to bed.
Every day.
We'll need to get her the Lincoln County News, right?
Speaking of the Portland Press Herald, how about our own Adam White, who wrote the book, The Midcoast.
And now could be on Hulu. Who knew?
Hulu is seriously, according to the article in the Press Herald, I think it was March 18th or something it was in. So, but it hasn't, he can't give you a definite, but he says it's about as close as you can get.
Isn't that amazing?
Anyway.
And then you said you're going to be you're casted, right? That'd be perfect.
Another thing to do.
Oh, and look at Route 17 opening. That's got to be amazing, because I can't imagine what the detour was. It was something like
it was
pretty big.
I did hear
11-mile detour.
11-mile detour. Boy, that'll put a crimp in your day.
That will change it. And then if you're going round trip, that's a lot of extra gas too.
So the Novaborough got the grant for the culvert, which is right down by me.
Okay.
Which is actually our friend Larry he said he used to dip for smelts at this brook that's down there. It's the what's the name of the brook?
I don't know.
Let's see. I know the name. Cotton Stream Culvert. Cotton Stream Brook. And it's, but the railroad tracks are there.
Right
so
there,
you got some issues going on with that, so anyway.
And Elver season opens today too, so.
Yeah, on Channel 6 News, the Stumper. The morning Stumper this morning was, what's the second most lucrative seafood? And it's Elvis.
And it's amazing because that season is so short.
Yeah, and it's only 400 licenses in the whole state.
Wow.
Yep. So, boy, if they got one of those licenses, you got some gold
leverage.
Going on.
That's for sure.
Let's see, commissioners, they're authorizing the payment for the Booth Bay Region Clean Water Initiative. They got an issue. They got two ponds. They got Adams Pond and Knickerbocker Pond.
Yep.
But the problem, there's a lot of property owners around those ponds. It's not like us. Everybody, the Great Salt Bay Sanitary District, the water system there, we're lucky. Little Pond, we own all the land around Little Pond, and everybody
right, that's
says,
ideal.
Yeah, I know when Scott and, these guys go to conventions and things, the other water districts are very jealous of us.
I bet.
In fact, that they don't have any
issue.
encroachments.
Yeah.
So the road closure and code enforcement were a big challenge over there in Bremen. I guess Keene Neck Road has taken a couple of hard hits here on storms, you know.
Yeah, they're having problems getting their electricity back.
Yeah,
They
so
seem to
anyway,
be the
it's
last.
5 days or so, 25 homes. So anyway, you can only do what you can do.
Right.
You know?
I mean, they're excellent with their response in general, but
well, they say that the company that cleared this up this time, they came from Nova Scotia.
Unbelievable when you see all the trucks around to help us get back on.
South Bristol School Committee, they're going to invite everybody to a community meeting Tuesday, March 28th, beginning at 6 p.m. And Sarah Mitchell, she's promoting
amazing.
this.
Yes.
She wants to see as many people from town as
She does a great job getting that community rally for
as
education.
many people as she wants down there, she'll hopefully get.
I think so.
Yeah. Boy, this first hoop.
It's
Boy,
amazing
this is
what they've given.
Yeah, they give money to all these high schools, and how many? 46 high schools.
And they're present at each of the games at Lincoln. I don't know about all the others, but I know they always have representation at each, you know, and greeting people when they come in. It's unbelievable.
A pool that they can pick out of. That it's my turn to go to the game.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I know one mom in particular. It is Zach Hager's mom works there, and I think she's pretty happy to go.
Yeah.
Gabe Hager, excuse me. Yep.
Yeah. So
Gabe
made first team.
He did make first team.
First team All-Star.
Yeah. It's fun
They had
following them. They had a great season. They were a lot of fun.
Great season.
They really worked together as a team. It was great to see.
So anyway, the Chamber, they're going to host a lunch and learn.
Yep.
And if you want to know about marketing, you got Jennifer
Cooley.
She's a marketing expert. She can tell you all about social media and
growing your email list, all different components of marketing that she can help you with.
You know, if I was starting my business now, I'd be lost in the shuffle.
I think you'd figure out a way. I have no doubt in you.
I just got a new phone. I still am not an iPhone person.
Okay.
So anyway, I got a new flip phone.
Yep.
And everybody's going, oh my God. You know.
As long as it works for you.
Yeah. Actually, it doesn't work for me because I don't know how to run it yet.
You'll get there.
So anyway, the Tar Report was in Noblesboro, in my hometown. It was dedicated to Stephen Plum.
Yep.
He's 40 years of service with the town of Noblesboro.
That's impressive.
Which is, boy, that's not too shabby.
No.
And Maine Sports Hall of Fame. I was reading about these. It was
pretty neat to see
They covered the gamut here.
Yeah.
They got every sport involved. I mean, they got running. They got all kinds of sports involved. So anyway, Calvin's writing about Calvin. He writes about ships a lot. He loves ships.
All our maritime history. It's pretty cool.
So anyway, they got this Chats with Champions coming up. The guy by the name of Bill Silver. Bill's basically, to me, he's a mad scientist. But
the Gizmo Garden, that's a really popular program at Skinumpa.
He's a mad scientist, and he's going to be talking at Skinumpa Library April 13th at 10 in the morning. So the Francis Perkins Center is going to be open this summer.
It's amazing watching all the construction they're doing on that.
Yeah,
I follow it every day.
You go by it
multiple
twice
times
a day.
at least.
So they're it was founded in 2009, and it was Francis Perkins Summer Home, and it's becoming an absolute gem as far as a museum and a place for the public. Yep. So anyway, that'll be open this summer, and they're looking for a new director. The director that was there,
Michael Cheney was there before.
9 years, maybe.
Yeah, and they need someone else.
Yeah.
It's a good time to come in and start when it's all fresh. That would be
and Big Brothers and Big Sisters are having their golf tournament. It's held out at the Samoset, and it's coming up. It's going to be May 26th. And boy, I can't believe we're talking about May already.
It's exciting, right?
So
weather will be nice.
Yep. sudden resignation in Edgecombe. Did you know Barry Hawthorne?
I don't know Barry
Barry
Hawthorne.
was, he was the planning board. He was on the planning board for, 23 years.
Oh, wow.
So, anyway, he's going away, so he's got other things to do, I'm sure. The Old Bristol Historical Society, they were talking to the Bristol Area Lions about their scholarship program, and that's a nice thing.
They do an incredible job supporting our
they do.
Youth.
And so anyway, Lori Crook, who writes the Round Pond column, she remembers when she had a teacher in the 2nd grade named Charlotte Benner, and when kids used to have a toothache, Charlotte used to keep clove powder in her desk, and the kids used to come over and wet their finger
and
stick it in the clove powder. Oh my God! Can you imagine doing that in this day and age?
Wow. Oh.
So anyway, new softball coach at Lincoln.
He's from Nobleboro.
Yep, Mike Ward. He's from Nobleboro. Sounds like he's got some experience in the coaching department.
Yeah, he's been helping at the Y.
Coached his kids.
Yep.
And we got another Hager, not a basketball player, but a wrestler.
He was hoping, to take first. I talked to him actually, and we were telling him what a great job he did, but he was hoping, just to do a little better. So.
Yep, fourth. I mean, fourth and all in New England? What, are you kidding me?
Exactly. You should see him. He's so dedicated to his workout and getting there. It's amazing. And then last weekend we had our first cabin fever reliever for grade 5, 6. And then this coming weekend we're having the cabin fever reliever for grades 3 and 4. So a lot of fun basketball action at the Y. And
so how do
check it out.
they actually get it? Do you have a round robin type of thing?
It depends how many teams. Last time there were 7 teams in it. Just depends how many teams are in it, and then you get your different tournament play to move on. And CLC actually won it, so that was the best.
Home court advantage.
Yeah, there you go.
So Lincoln Academy they have their Winter Sports Awards,
recognizing all the great athletes.
Little League signups. Wonder how that's going to go. Wonder how baseball's doing in the area. I don't know.
I don't know either. And Casey Stevens resigned.
Yeah, he resigned as the emergency management agent, and he did a good job. He did a great job, actually.
Yeah, I think so.
And he's going to be taking on he'll be the clerk of the works up at Lincoln Academy. So, anyway,
an Easter egg hunt's coming up April 8th. That's always fun.
Yep.
In New Harbor, they do that every year.
Yep.
So Easter's right around the corner.
So we got South Bristol Library's got a whole docket of things going on. And so anyway, the Lincoln County Historical Association, they have a lecture series. And so anyway, this is going to be about Zoom. And it's about enslavement in Lincoln County, the history of enslavement. And you don't think about that.
No, you don't.
But
bringing light to it, right?
Yeah, so, and then tell us about the potluck lunches.
Yeah, so once a month we have an active older adult potluck lunch, but anyone is welcome as always. And we're getting quite a few people showing up. People are missing that they were together, and they're all coming back, and we eat lunch together and get to know a bunch of different people in the community. So it's been great.
Now this Apafera farm, they're out in Whitefield.
Okay.
So they have a trailer, and they bring it in different locations, and they bless your animals. So, but the thing that caught me was they were Catherine and Martin Dunn. They lived in Oregon, and they've been doing this since 2004. And they started Apafera Farm in Oregon, and the couple moved their operation to Bremen in 2016, and it took them 6 days to bring their animals from Oregon to Bremen. 6 days. I think that's doing
pretty quick.
Yeah, I think that's.
But you probably want to do it as quickly as possible for stress on the animals, right?
Right. Yep. So anyway, I wonder if they had to bring an animal therapist with them.
Probably. Yeah.
So. we got a new real estate Is there any more room for any more real estate?
I was going to ask you the same.
Yes.
I figured you had a better
Susan
pulse on
Peterson's
that.
going to be working for Legacy Properties International, and she'll be out of the Damascotta office, although she does live in Booth Bay.
All right. And you see Izzy Peterson over here. Speaking of Peterson,
yeah.
she's a Noblesboro girl.
Yeah. So
unbelievable. And,
well, according to her counseling, Eliza Gleason,
Yep.
her counselor, she says, although Izzy is a brainiac, but she's such a nice person.
She's a Y board youth member. So she's so dynamic and she's so well-rounded.
Yeah,
they're wonderful.
She kept stressing the fact that she's such a nice person.
Yeah, it's not the test taking,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So now do I get to talk? Because, come on, my son's on the dean's list.
Oh, yeah,
First
right.
semester. So.
Right. So anyway, Sally's got to get her money's worth.
Yeah,
So
right. If I'm going to come here.
Yeah, so anyway.
I don't even get my name on the board, so
No.
I at least get to give my son and all
Yeah,
the
right.
Maine Maritime kids who made dean's list in
Yep.
Lincoln County a shout out.
Yep. William Sherrill.
Yeah. Yep. Well,
No,
Will Sherrill
guy.
and Will Farrell. There's two Wills there, and their
Yeah,
names.
right.
They graduated Lincoln
So-
together last year, and they're both athletes up at Maine Maritime also. So that's kind of neat to see from our
Ed
community.
Scamatti has their registration
Yep.
for their pre-K and kindergarten.
Yes, they already have a pre-K program in place at that school. So. And the birds are coming back, so spring must be coming. Well,
Well-
I guess spring's here, but we just need to get rid of the
I
snow
just got to give a shout out to the Waldo Theater has a summer theater camp for kids.
Yep.
And one of the driving forces for that Waldo Theater restoration was this children's theater.
Mm-hmm.
And so anyway, they are really hopping on board with this. So anyway, they're going to have different age groups, and they're going to have summer theater. The other thing the Waldo's going to do is March 24th. The Whitefield's own Oshima brothers are going to they have a film. It's a 45-minute film, and it's called Dark Nights, Golden Days. And rumor has it they're going to have their instruments with them and play a couple songs for you.
They're doing a great job
Yeah.
getting all sorts of things at the Waldo Theater.
And the Chamber Chat is going to be on LCTV, and they're going to talk to Shelley Gallagher for the Bristol Park and Rec, the head of the Bristol Park and Rec.
Yeah, she's fairly new to that position.
Yeah, and people don't realize, I mean, there's a lot going on in Bristol as far as they got the beach, they got the lighthouse, they got, it's a
all
lot
those
of
parks
stuff.
down at the restoration.
Yep. Ridge Kelly, do we know her? She's
No,
from
that's
Bremen.
Ridgely. Well, he used to go by Ridgely. He goes by Ridge now. He's from Bates. He's a Bremen boy and grew up in the area, played lacrosse in the area.
I wonder where Marilyn Bean went to school. But anyway, she
You
went
should
to
get her in.
the College of the Literary.
Huh. I'll have to look that up.
So, Maine Booch is going to close.
I know.
The building's been sold.
Yep.
And it's going to be a sandwich shop.
It is. The Why Not shop's
Yep.
going in there.
Yep.
Did you ever visit the boot shop? It was pretty cool. I went there once. It was fun.
I saw what was going on when I used to leave work.
I bet.
So, anyway.
It's our job to check it all out, though, right?
Yeah. Well, Sally, we killed 2 sections of the Lincoln County News.
Yep.
And I'll have to tell Larry that you were sufficient. in
All
your
right.
job.
Glad to hear.
So anyway, folks,
Thank
we'll
you.
see you next week. And thanks for watching. And thanks to LCTV for all they do.
Thank you.
When Tidewater Telecom built Lincoln County's first fiber-to-the-home network in 2011, we knew we were starting a project that would take years to see through. 9 years later, we are proud to have connected more than 2,000 Lincoln County homes to our blazing fast open fiber network. But that hasn't dimmed our vision to connect all of Lincoln County. Learn more about the power of fiber optic internet at tidewater.net.
LCTV is your nonprofit community media station. Please donate at lctv.org to keep us strong. Thank you.